basically what my screen looks like in the mornings. What I want to cover today, besides all this, is just the fact that, and a little bit of stuff about Summoner's Glory's new release. There's everybody out here going, oh, it's so good, oh, it's so good, oh, it's so good, and I gotta give them credit, it is pretty decent. Is it oh so good? Maybe. Doubtful. So this is Natasha. She is my totally free-to-play character. I've been running beside Angela for the longest time. I did take a break on her because of the content release being so low. It just was not worth running her. Now the question is whether it's worth running her now or not. Now yesterday she didn't have any of these. So I spent her diamonds to get energy, and this is what the single rank 1 light judgments, that's what I was farming. I got these in this morning. Not too bad. A little bit different on different ones, but I did use some of the blues to level up one of her characters. So just to be fair, that was over 100, which you see most of these were here. However, the darks and lights, definitely you do not get as many of them. You do see this has been saved for days to get that much amount. The whole reason I'm saving it is because of the Christmas event, which is pretty much just like a bunch of the other events they've done in the past for different holidays. However, there's been a few glitches here and there. Some of those glitches include people not getting logged in for all 4 days, even though they were logged in for all 4 days. That first day, it didn't want to count everybody. So, in my opinion, they need to stretch it out so that those who it did glitch on can get credit for all the days. Now, she's currently doing her warrants, which have been made easier. Doesn't take quite so long. You don't have to run to the dungeon 100 times to get diamonds. However, they also lowered the amount of diamonds you can get from the warrants. The most you can get from any one warrant is now 20, and there's usually 3 or 4 of those a day. So they took it from getting 400 to 500 diamonds from doing your warrants to making maybe 100 if you're lucky. Another person who I've already done him today, but there is a merchant that we all used to do every day because he would give you 300 a day. So here's her 20. So I'm going to take you over to the merchant here. He's right there. Now, for a player who has a lot of money to spend on the game, taking these diamonds away isn't going to faze them a bit. However, this free-to-play character, Merchant Eddie, he used to give us 40 for each one. Now he gives none. What he does give is 100, 200k, somewhere in that for each mission. So, gold, good, bad. The game needed more gold influx, so that's not a totally bad thing. The PvP is still the same old grind. He who has the most money wins. Payona's Master Payona here. She's a daily one. Hers are not too bad to do either. And you get keys for the treasure trove, which makes her worth doing. The big complaint that I'm hearing from players is that they took the diamonds out. Well, I know from talking with some of the support staff that they tried to make the game in the new update so that people wouldn't level so fast. Okay. Is taking diamonds out going to stop people from leveling so fast? No. Not at all. Because all the diamonds do is give the gift diamonds from the missions and stuff, gives the free-to-play players a little bit of a kick to try and keep up with the whales. Now, on Angela, I am nowhere near a whale. I might be a guppy, or maybe even a shark. But in the realm of spending, all they have to do is go to the shop, come down here to Diamonds, and boom, right there they go. Now, that's never going to happen. Never going to happen. Not worth my time here. Not worth my time here. None of these, the only thing that we, as a group, has ever said are really any good are these right here. One gives you an epic every day. One gives you diamonds every day. Those are worth it. But going down in here into their diamond store, $64.80, that isn't even enough, to buy enough potions to do all your stuff. $100, they're way off on their diamond count. I don't care what anybody says. These here, I've never been able to afford one. And you get them from giving gifts to other people, which cost diamonds. Phantoms. They added a new thing up here. I don't even know. Obviously, I don't have enough. Warcraft coin insufficient. So I'm guessing from PvP. Crystals. Nowadays, you can only get these purple crystals from opening epic books. If you're not opening epic books, then you get these gold crystals with these characters that aren't worth diddly doo-dah. Nobody uses any of these on a daily basis in their main teams. You might find them using them in the new Demon Tower. Argon's decent. Prometheus can be decent. The rest of these, no, none of these are main characters for even the Demon Tower. There's a big gap here in what they're expecting people to like or do. Some of these aren't bad. That is the only place I found to get certain enhancements is buying the $5 one, because even going up here and doing the glory enhancement fragment box, I don't get anything good out of them. Let me show you here, because I know that Angela has a surplus of them. So if we go here and we get our daily amount of, I already did it for the day, but I still have not gotten a single one of the really good enhancements out of these boxes. Not even once. If I wanted a good one, I had to come down and spend real life $5 to get the good enhancements from that box right there. So what am I saying? Unless you're spending money, unless you're a whale, the game is failing. I spent every bit of what I farmed in diamonds before the patch, before the update, already, and a lot more. And is Angela up there? Is she kicking it with the big boys? Maybe on this server. But when they do the server merge that they're talking about, which they haven't said when they're going to do it, then we'll all be in one server. We'll all be with all the server 1 whales, which is what us people who came to server 4 in the first place tried to avoid. We didn't want to be with the server 1 whales. And why is that? That's because the server 1 whales win all the good stuff and you get left behind. Why do we call them whales? Well, maybe something that everybody already knows, but let's just put it on record. Whales spend a lot in these shops, and then they overpower themselves. They get everything that they can get, and then nobody can fight against them. The only hope is for a normal player like me who doesn't have a whole lot of money to spend on a game. They just blow us away. They spend all their money on it, and the rest of us have to fight by playing the game to try and catch up to him and keep up to him. Now, how does that stop? That stops being so important to spend money by balancing the game, by making this shop so that there are stuff for the whales to get still that's worth their time. Like in one game I know of, World of Tanks, you can buy a premium tank. Does that mean you're automatically going to beat the heck out of everybody? No. What it means is you have a better chance on the battlefield to win. And the free-to-play players still have a chance to beat you. It still gives them incentive to play as a free-to-play. Now, what do I see happening here? Since I'm not a whale, obviously, and there's going to probably piss off a few whales with this, but I don't care. Add more here. Give the free-to-play players more of a reason to play, more of a reason to do their dailies. What they did to the warrants here, sure, you can unlock these, use these to unlock here. I'll show you what they do. Those little things that they add there. Oops, wrong one. You go over here to Resonance, and you can unlock these and turn other characters into whatever your lowest one is. Now, this thing's broken on mine. Obviously, see, here's my fourth player. And she's 200, so she shouldn't even be over here. She should be in the place of LOS, Lord of Shadows. So there are still things that are broken in the game. This one probably being the biggest, because this is a big help when you try to do Demon Tower, because leveling your characters, leveling your phantoms. Let's explain what they did with leveling your phantoms. Everybody says, it's so easy to Evo now. Well, you know what? It is easy to Evo. It's actually pretty balanced. I like it. What they did with it. This is still a little broken, the fast Evo, because a lot of people want the S's for leveling 1s and 2s so that they don't have to burn up all their SS's. So what ends up happening most of the time is you can get the level 1s in there just fine, but then when you go to take something to a 2, well, you don't want to burn up all your SS's making a 1 or making a 2. You need those SS's because it takes SS's to Evo to 3s and 4s and 5s. If you don't have the SS's for that, then you can't Evo them and you get stuck with broken characters. Nice and easy to Evo. As you see, a bunch of SS's there, so I don't want to do that. The main problem I'm running into with Evoing, though, is the amount of phantoms. Okay? And I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to show you. I do not have that many. I have 38 out of 1,000, and that's because I burned through them so quickly. Why do I burn through them so quickly? Well, to answer that question, we're going to need to go to a 1. Right there. It takes 4 Evo 1s to make a 2. So what's that do? That burns through buttloads of phantoms just to make 1 Evo 2. Just to make 1. Let me show you. As you can see, I don't have them to burn at the moment, but it would take all of those, which means that's 3 SS's that ain't going to go anywhere. That would be wasted, so I'm not going to do it. But this, not bad. They did up the amount you get, so that's pretty good. But that 4 right there on 4 phantoms to burn into 1 is what's really stopping people who aren't whales from progressing at the moment. Now, you can open all kinds of golds and silvers. I think I opened a few hundred today already. I got 61 here. and that'll just drop your A's through S's or B minuses through S's, S minus. Here's your SS quality, but you don't always get SS quality in there. I've gotten many rolls of opening a book where I got nothing but S's. Nothing but S's. Nothing but S's. Oh, look, I finally got an SS. I'll tell you right now, you open one 5-star, all it takes is one, and it resets it back down to where you're getting nothing but SS's again. So, how's it roll out? What we saw the other day when all of us were opening lots and lots of them were that you'll get SS's 2 or 3 times in a row, then you'll get, or straight S's 2 or 3 times in a row, then you'll get an SS, then you might get 2 SS's, then you might get 3 SS's, then you might get a halfway decent character after you've opened that many books. Now, that's not balanced. That's called making people open epics to get trash. Spending money to get epics, and you're going to get trash until you've opened at least 9 or 10 of them. Minimum. I've opened 30 before I finally got a good 5-star SS. 40, 50. You think I'm kidding? I had 200 books. 200 epics that I had saved up while waiting for the update to drop. I'm down to just a little over 100 now. I burned all the way down to 100 the other day. What did I get for my 100? I can show you. Well, you don't see. This I got today from farming him, which I've been doing for a long time, and it took this long just to get enough fragments to do it. So no, I didn't get even him out of the SS's. I got Lords of Shadows. That's it. 4 Lords of Shadows. I opened almost 100 books. I got 4 Lords of Shadows. That's it. Now, people are like, well, what about these other characters here? Oh, her I bought from the store. Her I bought from the store when she was in it. These 2, yeah, I got. They're not bad. Could be better. Same with these. Not bad. Could be better. 4 stars, you notice. This one here, I've had forever. You get him from daily logins. You get fragments after a while. So we got Dracula here, who's supposed to have been updated a long time ago, who never got updated. So even with the patch, his skills didn't get updated. So I've been saving this guy forever for nothing at this point, I guess. Probably good part of 6 months. Ankh, she is the queen of the free pay-to-players. Like I said, I spent some money on Angela. She is the queen of the pay-to-players, but ever since the king of the pay-to-plays came out, the queen has been set to the side. Now, why is that? Easy. Because he has an ability that boosts his skills, and then he takes another turn. Ankh, who if you spend $100, you can get her, uses her turn, or uses her ability to boost her abilities, and then just stands there. And has to wait for the turn thing to come back around. Now, if you're in PvP, if you're waiting for the turn to come back around, you're dead already. So she's useless. You spend $100 and she's useless. She used to be good. Then they did the overpower balance for the new content that they said was coming out. 6 months went by before we finally got it. Ankh, however, has been in my storage doing nothing but growing dust ever since. She's good for the new Doom Tower light side, but that's it. All these other characters, they said they were going to make useful and going to balance. Yeah, the only place that they're useful is in the new Doom Tower, and it's only on the days that those are open. So let's go ahead and show you what the new Doom Tower looks like. Not too far from the Lawrence, just across the road here, basically. New Doom Tower. Oh goody, we get to do new content. It's so awesome. But you have to do everything in one day. Now, the good part is Saturdays and Sundays, they're all open. So anything you might miss throughout the week, you can go back and take it up a little bit more if you leveled your characters for that, maybe. Currently, I still can't get past 283 or 282 on the regular Doom Towers, so that's not helping me out any. These new Doom Towers, though, or Demon Towers, excuse me, open Monday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, and so forth. Let's take you through. So this is the one I did last night. I have one person with runes who's fire. Do I have more fire tombs or fire phantoms? Sure do. But guess what? None of them have runes. So are they any help to him at this level? No. And they're not a help to him when I'm getting up to this level, because he squishes everything before they get a chance to do anything. So is there balance in the game? No, it's still not balanced. Well, it's balanced to your wallet. Because if you have all kinds of money to waste on buying 60 vigor for 75 coins, so you don't even get one energy per diamond. It's like 1.1 if you're lucky. Do they still have the free vigor every day? Yep, tea room, but you have to be logged in between these times. This is one and this is another. Obviously, I'm logged in right now between that time. So I'll get my 50 or my 60 free vigor. Then you have your two vigor pots down here that you get every day. I think I already claimed mine. Yep, because it's not popping it up. And I've never done this because I'm not going to harass my friends every day just to get a gold book. Now, did they make a whole bunch of good changes? Yes, they did. However, we all got excited when we were doing the testing. When we saw that the Phantom Abode had many different levels to it. That meant that gave us a whole bunch of stuff to do for a while. However, all the Phantoms we used to farm, like here on Missing Home 11, that used to be where you got BO from. Not there anymore. Can't get it. You get A's if you're lucky. The other day I spent and claimed energy for every single one of these. Now, you'll notice when I click on the one good champion or phantom that's in here is Merlin. He is the best one in Phantom Abode. Now, we all thought that we'd be able to farm phantoms through Phantom Abode because when we first started doing testing, we filled the energy up on the battle assistant, and we got like 5 Merlin SS's and a whole bunch of pieces. Now, sure, that's a little bit much. I can agree with that. However, when you spend 800 energy, yes, I say 800 energy on the hard one, 400 energy on the easy one. Now, if you translate that down to money, 400 divided by 60, how many pots is that? You figure it out. But either way, that turns out being a lot of these, because 60 for 99 cents, no, I'm not buying that. Not even thinking about it. 300 for $5. Nope. Not even thinking about it. They're not even willing to give you 100 per dollar that you spend. So why is people going to spend it? There's other games out there that's going to give you a better deal than that. They've never changed this. We've all complained about it. We've all said you need to make this more equitable to, 100 of these per $1. That way it's kind of even. They're not doing it. Skins. Okay, well, I'd love to have these, but the only way to get them that I found is by sending gifts to people. and then they give you 10 at a time when you do it. I'm pretty sure there's somewhere else to buy them in the store. I just not worth my time to figure it out. This is really a good pisser because, like I said, none of these are any good except for maybe King Argon, and only on his best days. If you have him totally maxed out, then King Argon would be good. King Argon without having all his skills maxed out ain't worth diddly. And in here, Clock's good. He speeds you up, heals your team. Oh look, his Alchemist again. That tells you how shit he is. They put him twice in the store because they got 2 fillers here that are not even worth crap. These 2 are good. These 2 aren't worth crap. Now, I know I've spent a lot of time in the store on this, and that's the whole point, because I mean this is an unbalanced store. Instead of making it better to play, it's definitely pay to win. Because if you're a whale, if you've got all the money in the world and you make $200,000 a year or more, you can be the top person in this game. It only takes you 6 weeks. Mind you, you'll pass up every single player that's been playing it for over a year in less than 6 weeks. Why? Because they care more about making money than they do making a balanced game. I can't say it enough. Balance the game. Make it equitable for both free players and pay players. Don't just give pay players the keys to the kingdom. Stop doing that. Raid's starting to find out right now that they don't need to do that. A little bit on the hard side because people have stopped spending. They keep wanting to add more and more content, but that content is diddly. Hydra? Yeah, okay. Hydra's not even worth doing. They give you 3 keys and throw you to the side after that. You gotta sit there for a week waiting for the keys to reset. But back to the game I'm actually have this going on. Level gift for $15. Okay, so let's look at this. You get 980. Orange equipment times 6, that's 240. And orange weapon 240 times 3. Now, what's the shit part about this is that gear is random. You're not going to get a full set, which means you got to buy multiples of these to be able to get that full set. And the next level cap is 270, so after you spend 15 to get a full set of 6 of one thing, and you upgrade it 30 levels later, you're going to have to spend that 15 again. So I want to take 1 second here, show this, log back in. I want to show you the rewards they gave you for the Christmas stuff. And give you my opinion on the shit. Because pretty much 99.99999% of this stuff that they did, and we even, me and Grew the Wanderer even told him, this isn't balanced. The game's not ready for release. You need to go back. You need to redo the numbers. And you need to make this so that it is more friendly. Okay, so here's the time-limited summoning pack. Time-limited my ass. This thing counts down to 0 and then restarts it back up at the remaining days. At 7. Or it stays at 0 and still pops up every single time you log in. So every single time you log in, you see that they're willing to give you $30, or for $30, they're willing to give you 24 Holy Grails, 12 Epic Summoning Books, Royal Trove Keys, a little bit of gold, and a little bit of diamonds. Now, I want to cover one thing. These Holy Grails, open to get 1 hour of idle rewards. Okay, so those are in the game now. Now here's the Christmas event, holiday yet rewards for everyone, blah, 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 blah. No, you don't get that stuff. You can go to it, And all it does is take you to this broken ass shit, which if you log in for the third, fourth, and fifth days, you finally get epics. The rest of the stuff here, players killed so many monsters. Yeah, I did that. You can see the reward is this, 2 of these and 2 of those, and this is crap. Spend millions. Oh, well, you finally get these, which you need, and these are crap. Unless you get 40 of them. Then I think it's these ones, 40 of those, and you get something really good. And 10 or 15 of those. Now, each day has more of these. 1 sock at a time. 2 socks at a time. Is every single player going to be able to do this to get, maximum rewards? I don't even think this was worth it. Opening silver books just to get this stuff? Nope. Golds? Nope. Not worth it. Those diamonds for the gold, you saw that the characters are crap in there. These, you got to do so many of them before you get them. Same thing over here. 3rd day, we've got Evo characters to get essence. Yeah, I think I got around 10 million essence right now. Glad that they boosted it, but it still doesn't do nothing with it. I mean, all you can do is Evo, and every time you start Evoing, you run out of phantoms because it takes 4 phantoms to make 1 level 2. 4 to make 1. Yeah, I tried to tell them that and be nice about that during the testing phase, and we're going to do what's best for the game. No, what they're doing is what's best for their wallets, not what's best for the game, because they've dropped all the drop rates. You spend 800 energy, you're lucky if you get a single usable phantom. You get a lot of scrap. And as for opening gold books, yeah, I opened 3 sets of 6, which is 18 gold books, and got 1 SS. I mean, there's your scrap. Just don't buy any gold books. They did not touch the login rewards. These are still the same, but see, you notice those are there. Well, the old ones were there in the first place. And one thing that's got me highly pissed off, because they sure as hell, see, I still got all these, and look, I can't use them anymore. And when you scroll down here, you find the ones that I spent real live money to get, that guess what? I can't use them. Those little green pots, they took the place of those. And all of us people who's been saving these to use for the update got screwed. We lost our money. We didn't get shit. And when I asked them whether they're going to give us credit for these, I got ignored. So this has been a pretty long bitch session, but I think I covered some good stuff at the same time. Now these are your armor jewels. These ones are for the 5 stars and above. These are for 4 stars and below. So save them both, you're going to need them. These here are for opening armor, which I had like 4 sets of 300 of the boxes, or 4 sets of 100, and they gave me credit for 2 because the boxes didn't open properly, which ended up giving me nothing hardly. I had to earn those back. Here's the enchantments. As you can see, these have been stocking up a little bit. And armor drops. Well, I'm on the 4-star golds with her, and I've run it probably 50 times already, and I've got a whole 2 usable pieces out of the 4-star dungeon. I still can't get anywhere close to a weapon that I actually like. Oh, and Gru would never forgive me if I didn't cover runes in this. Because what did they do to our beautiful runes? Let's just go see. Here's an old set. I've had it for a long time. They took these purple ones down in their star level, which means the max they can get. Gold's still not too bad. But they added all kinds of runes. All kinds of different runes. What'd they do with the old ones? Well, they screwed us over. These are now 2 set bonuses, 2-piece set bonus. These are now, you have to have 4 pieces before you get any bonuses off of them. Now, how's that screwing us over? Well, I'll let you know, because a lot of us used 2 of these to get that 12% bonus before. Did they give a shit? Did they compensate us by giving us the new 2-piece 12? No, not even. Because we still got to go out here and look and hope and try and find runes that actually have good stats. Look at this. Open numbers. It's crap. Crap. Before I went through trying to level stuff yesterday, which I'm going to show you some of them up here. That one I rolled up a long time ago. Same with that and that, which were still all crap. Which is why they're not on characters, but they do have potential to be used later. Okay, so since I can't get the other one to pop up, what I'm going to do is go to boost. Now we can see all these other ones. Now yesterday I went through rolling runes. Let's see. Yep, that one I rolled up a long time ago. But give me a second. That one was rolled a long time ago. Hard to find because I threw them away and kept re-rolling over and over and over to other ones. See, these are all golden runes that I got forever ago. So don't even think about it. There's none of these are any ones that I rolled yesterday. Evidently I used them on other characters or put them into other people. So let's go look at the person I was actually making runes for yesterday, which was LOS. Had that. Most of these here I've had. I just threw them on him. Now, that one was made yesterday. And you can see, magic attack 4,387 with a 10% kick here. Helps it a little bit, but 400 added to that isn't going to give you much. So don't do it. But what we also found is they made these extra stats where you have flat stats now, which means this is technically a trash rune. But after farming for runes for 3 days, that was the best rune I could get to fill in that spot. Since he's not a main character, sure, I'll go ahead and slap it on there for now. This one was also one that I had sitting around, one of the good ones. But this here and that there, 2 open stats, both of them trash, just made to burn up your resources, burn up your energy, make you buy more energy. They say it's to help the life of the game. Well, you know, I think I've just scrolled a billion miles down to find nothing but scrap shit. So let's test their theory here. If you had a way to re-roll the extra stats to where you could re-roll each individual stat to actually build your runes, and it cost other runes to be able to do that, or rune pieces to do that, then it might be worth it. But as the way it is now, where you just get these, you got to roll them up and hope you get something good. Here, let's find a halfway decent one here. Nope. Well, half-ass. No speed on it, so that's worthless. No speed, open stat. No speed, open stat. Let's see here. Open stat, no speed. No speed, open stat. Open stat with speed, but still trash. Still trash. Who wants open stat in the top one? Nobody. Not a single motherfucker. I don't care who you are. Open stat. Trash because none of the characters are physical and magical attack. Both. I mean, if you go through here, that was all my goals for that section. Okay, so let's go here. Let's look at the golds in this section. That one's halfway decent. Oh, wait a minute. No extra speed, no crit, no crit damage, no crit rate. that would be a good one for LOS. If it rolls crit rate, crit damage underneath. So let's put this to the test. You see, I have buttloads and buttloads of runes. So let's take this up to, what I usually do is I take them up to +6, which isn't too bad on the expense. Okay, +6, 619 plus 619,000 plus all those runes. Let's see what we get. Speed it up. And an open speed physical attack to go with the magic attack. Yay! And speed there. Now the speed's good. But that is crap. So, even though that's a half-ass decent rune with half-ass decent rolls, we're stuck with a bullshit roll right there that does nothing to help LOS or anybody else that has this kind of a roll on there. And I mean, that would have been perfect for an LOS until we got something like that. Now you can't even roll these up. You can't even add little pieces to make these better. Runes are so hard to roll in this game to get a good one that you will end up spending 90% of your time finding runes and rolling them and doing the things to do it. That there I about fell over, and it's still not perfect. And for a gold rune, that used to be faster. That should be 45. They took all the speeds down. So that took that down. Now, mind you, it's still got another 16 down here, which is the only reason I still use it. Plus 46 accuracy. Half good. I mean, the whole reason that's on there is because these bottom 3 stats and the accuracy. That one, they need to add something to make it so that we can re-roll extra stats and maybe even the base stats on the runes, so we don't spend all our time farming runes. I would so put a different set on him, but this is the only one I had when I literally spent 150k to take runes, one rune off of each of these characters. I stripped all of my characters, so that was 150k each. We didn't, I mean, what happens when you put a rune set on somebody and then you go, well, I wonder what would happen if I did this. Well, I wonder what would happen if I did that. That was the whole thing, the whole reason I liked this game in the first place, is because you didn't get charged to take your freaking runes off. When you get home at night, you change into your comfortable clothes. Does it cost you money to change your clothes? Does it cost you money to take your gun off and put it on the table? Nope. How does that apply? Because people don't like to have to farm to be able to take the pants off at night. But anyways, there's a shit rune that I got stuck with putting on because I have to have a 4-piece set bonus. Not a lot of people watch my videos, but I think they should, because I'm straightforward. I don't puff it. I don't make it so that I make the devs happy. I don't make it so that I make, all these other people happy. I don't sugarcoat it. I tell you exactly how it is. And that's why the people who do watch it. Now all these fragments down here, yeah, they're going to be there for a long time because they're pretty much taken out of the game on the most part. The only place you get fragments is over in Phantom Abode now, and you can get 100 billion fragments of Merlin before you build up and actually get one. It takes 90, I believe, wouldn't it? Yeah, 90 fragments to make one Merlin. That's if you get an average of 3 to 4, which is what we get. An average of about 3 to 5. I think I saw 5 one time. You get an average of 3 to 5 fragments every, if you're farming easy, every 400 energy. You get 3 to 5 fragments. So if you multiply the 400, just times 5 to make it easy, you come up with the number yourself, because you know what? I found out that people have a tendency to believe it a lot more if they add the number themselves. So 5 times 400 energy to get 1 Merlin. Now, why is that important? What are they not wanting you to see? 5 times 400 energy. Diamonds! Look at that! Why is that also so important? Because when you're getting energy, obviously the timer's not there at the moment. Oh, and see, it went right into there. When you're getting energy, you get 1 every 5 minutes. 1. The maximum that will charge up is 120. And Gru would never forgive me if I didn't say, that number needs to go up. That needs to be a lot higher. If you can only store up a little bit, then it's incredibly, stupidly low. That's 2 bottles. If you open 2 bottles, boom, okay, now you can't gain any free energy. As long as I have over 120, I gain no free energy. I have to buy everything until I drain it down. Now, in my opinion, this should be unlimited. You should be able to store up as much as you want. Right here, this 120 should be an infinity symbol. If you're only going to get energy, 1 energy every 5 minutes, when you use 30 to go into the dungeons, 1 time. They took the armor drops to where you get 1 armor off of each boss in the dungeon. So you're spending 30 energy to go in. And I'll prove it. I'll show you what's going on here. Let's see, where is she on the map? I think she's down here at this current point. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. There is a new way to, well, it may be an old way, but I found it and I think it's nice. Because now you don't have to run through all those people. You can just click on Crystal Forge, hard, 30 energy, boom. Oh, I'm already here, so it's just going to run me over there. Okay. But if you're not here, if you're in the tower, it'll drop you right at the dungeon. If you're somewhere else other than in this map, or in a map adjacent to it. Okay, so we have 30 energy, and you no longer get these boxes. They just drop the armor itself. So you can't just stack the boxes up to save inventory space. And you only have a chance to get 1 of these from each of the 3 bosses that's in here. Those, yeah, you get those. Or you get 1 or 2, maybe 3. Let's go in. Now, you've got all these other guys over here. I'm going to let a couple of them attack me for a while. Shouldn't take too long to roll through them. Mind you, this is Angela. She's my shark. So she's had a little bit dumped in. You notice she does do some good damage. But I still can't buy or pick really good weapons for her. I'm still stuck with the crap that they drop, and trust me, lately it's been crap. Because there's only like a few good weapons in this game, and then to try and actually, you know, get them to drop is a headache. I've spent many hours not only in this dungeon, but in the one before it, to get the 3 gold star, just to try and get 1 whole set. And then as soon as I get a whole set, oh look, now I'm 240. Pfft. Now I gotta start making a new set. Oh, people love the grind. Well, you know what? Not all people love the grind. So here's boss number 1 with his tutti frutti little friend over here. Tutti frutti little friend won't last very long. As you saw, my character doesn't do anything because she hit the main boss and the little guy just got fried by other people. And there's your one piece of Cavalier with a few runes. So let's see what they gave us. They gave us a gear with 2 extra stats, which is in line with the other blue piece I got. I'm pretty much assigned at this point that the blues get 2, the purples get 3 extra stat spots, and the greens get 1 extra stat spot. 8% character crit rate, character physical magic attack plus 40%. Only for the character, not for your phantoms. All the phantom bonuses that you got off the bonus before are gone. What I use is the dragon set. As you see, like I said, 3 ability slots. Character crit damage plus 25%. Character crit rate 25%. Only if you have 6. I've run this dungeon at least 50 to 100 times. I haven't got a single weapon that I wanted, so I'm stuck using this for the moment. And I've managed to get 1 blue back piece and 1 purple head piece after running it like 50 times. So what they say, and these are not even close to what I've gotten of them because I dumped stuff into all of these. But I have all these extras of these. Can't transfer them into each other. Can't even make them. Can't even do nothing to them. Crafting system sucks even worse than it used to. But I mean, to me, this is probably the best set because it actually makes your character able to attack and hurt people. Bosses, no, not so much, but that little adds, yes. Now, they changed these massively, your extra stats that you can get, all the stuff to boost your enhancements and stuff like that, gone. Which kind of needed it, but it does suck in a way because the enchantments taking 6 turns before you can use them is terrible. Ally crit rate, all allies, doesn't say whether it attacks you or helps yourself or not. All allies speed, and then you've got speed. Okay, so that's your base speed, I would assume, for your character. Speed and crit rate and crit damage, I haven't re-rolled that one, is pretty much what I go for. These new ones haven't been re-rolled. But the rest of this, except for like the weapon, I haven't re-rolled that because it wasn't halfway bad. Your character still can't do much to a boss, but now they can at least do something to the little guys. Still a useless piece of the game, if you ask me, putting a character in there. All they do is try to make you design it a little bit more, spend a little bit of money to get those other things. So I'm just going to let her run through it for a minute. Let her finish up her dungeon run. And as it goes through it, you can watch and see how pretty much everything relies on Bloody Overlord. Puppet hits like a wet noodle nowadays. They changed her so much. The best part of her is just putting those on. Her res is only for one character, and she always reses the wrong person. So she's pretty much useless, except for putting those debuffs on. Merlin, the only reason everybody puts him in is because he gives a 30% boost to magic attack. Unless they changed that and I didn't notice it. Merlin can do good there with the right setup after you've killed all the mobs. So everybody has him go first so that his random 12 shots don't go in across all the other characters. So for speed tuning, it makes it a pain in the butt. But everybody needs a high Merlin because of They want that 30% magic attack kick. He's pretty much useless after that. Clock, he does the attack bar up, and the heal, which Bloody Overlord don't need the heal. Not whatsoever. Now you can put Zoe in place of Bloody Overlord, but Zoe is not what she used to be either. I've heard people saying that she hits like a wet noodle now. So pretty much the only character that does any real super good damage on a constant basis is Bloody Overlord. And they said they wanted to make this so that it was better for all players, but yet Bloody Overlord's the only one who does super damage. Now you got the main boss and you got 2 mini bosses here. So you're going to get to see that the only person that's going to do anything to him is, once again, Bloody Overlord. So if you don't have Bloody Overlord in this game, you're fried. Okay? And they took out any way to farm him, except for through Epic Books. And I've opened almost 100 and only gotten one of him. The other one, since he's 240, obviously, I've attached 2 to him. The other one I bought from the Epic Store. Is he going to stay in the Epic Store? Probably not, because they change the Epic Store every now and then. Which means as soon as he leaves the Epic Store, or leaves the store for the purple crystals, anybody who didn't get him up high enough by buying him here, which I have 4, so it's time to buy another one. If you didn't get him up high enough, then you're screwed until he comes back around, or unless you've got dollars upon dollars to waste on a video game, you're not going to get him. He's going to be stuck. He's going to be level capped, and there's not going to be a dang thing you can do about it. Because to take his stars up, you have to have a copy of him. And not only any copy, it's got to be the SS copy. Not that I've ever seen any of the other ones drop, but, which is actually, kind of funny, because when you look in the Grimoire, Under Fire, Goddess Zoe is the only one, I think, that has just the SS copy of it. Right here. That's Bloody Overlord. But I have never once gotten an S or an A version of him. Not even a single time, because they're still blacked out. Otherwise, you would see the actual picture there. So there isn't even those in the game. Here is SS Evo 4 Evolution. So this is, and that's SS Evo 6 Evolution. Never seen a single one. Opened all those epics that I spend money on, or farmed up by spending other money to earn them and get them. Never once got them. Not a single time. Never once got either one of these. Let's go somewhere else. Blues. Well, not too surprising considering there isn't really a single good, powerful blue in here. But let's see. Evo 4 Evolution, Evo 6 Evolution. Still blacked out. Let's go to the green. Let's see. Not a single really good green one either. Oh, look, there they are. Still haven't got them. But all these, there isn't no balance in this game. He's decent. The only other one in green that's decent is her. And she gets the other people to attack with you. Light. Best one in light. Best one in light. King Arthur. Never gotten a single King Arthur. Why is that? Now see, here's a version of Merlin I've never gotten. Never got an S or an A of Ankh. There's those again. But they don't want you having Arthur. They don't want you having Ripper, which they changed his name in the making somehow, or for some reason. Nobody knows why. But out of those 100 books, didn't get one. Here's Dracula. No A's, no S's of Dracula anywhere in the game. No A's of him anywhere in the game. No S's or A's of Puppeteer. And even if you did get them, it'd be useless because they're just food for Evo and other people now. The A's and S's. Black Swan. Nobody's even seen her. As far as I know, she has not been pulled by a single person. Now, why do I stress this so much? Because they turned the game into making you take your phantoms to level 600. Each one of these levels for these guys, when you Evo them, only allows them to go up another 20 levels. See, right here. Max phantom level increased to 260. He's 240, which means I'm going to need at least, 30 copies of him to get him to 600. And if I'm only getting one of him to get up to 600, or, out of 100 books, I got one of him. 100 epic books. You saw when I showed where you get them, well, the most efficient way to get them is spending $30 to get that whole pack. You get 12 epic books for $30. Let's check out the rest of it. Epic books. If you spend diamonds, it costs 1,000 diamond to get one epic book. Diamonds! 1,000 epics are 1,000 diamonds. This is the closest thing, and that's if you go and do a daily at the same time. Costs $15 for one epic book. You only get a good SS if you've opened 100 of those. This game is nowhere near balanced. I don't recommend it unless you're looking for something where you can just spend thousands of dollars to level your people over months of play. And I guarantee you're going to be running these dungeons right here thousands of times. And you can set it on auto in the dungeon, but you can't set it to rerun the dungeon over and over and over. Now, this is a phone game that some of us have used BlueStacks, which is a very good app to run phone games. It attaches straight to the Play Store. I recommend that. But you're going to be running these same 5 dungeons literally thousands of times with this new setup. The same old content over and over and over. Why? Because this here, I'll show you. To get these armor pieces, these really good purple 4-star, or however you want to call them, that's character level 390. Character level 540. To run, let's go to the first dungeon you ever see. This one right here. Character 330 to get the purples. Character 480. If you level your character past your phantoms, you screw yourself. Because when you go out into the world, which I'll show you right now, when you go out into the world and you start fighting regular phantoms, they are the same level as your character. So if your character outlevels your phantoms, you're done for. You won't be able to run even out in the regular maps. Every fight you'll die. You have to use this warp system to go into the dungeons. The only good part about the dungeons is the monsters are pretty much stuck to the level of that dungeon. So yeah, you can run the dungeons all day long. I'll show you again. When you notice this first fight here, 245, they are pretty much stuck at that level. They don't go up above it because I'm 247. But anywhere else in the game, the demons or whatever you're fighting are the same level as your character. Which means, eventually, if your character outlevels your phantoms, you won't even be able to do your dailies because your warrants will be too high. Your character can't do the damage to make up for the level that they are. Their boost that they give to your phantoms is not enough to make up for the fact that you're 40 or 50 or 100 levels above them. It just doesn't do it. You can't do it. In the test, Angela was 390. The phantoms I had were 200, 260, 280. I could not run in the regular maps. Why is that? That goes back to the number of phantoms. That goes back to the evolution. It is easy to evolve, they say. Yes, it is easy to evolve. But you don't get enough phantoms to do it. Because you got to save all these SS's. Because the best and only way to get it is through opening epics, which we already covered that. 1,000 diamonds. $15 to open one epic unless you earn them or save them for long periods of time. We're talking months. So I'm going to go ahead and end this bitch session by coming back here, sending her out, and I still have hope that this game will fix all of these major flaws and actually put balance in the game. Balance the game. Whoever you devs are, if you watch this video, that is the one thing I'm going to tell you to do the most. Go through the game, balance it for free players, then add on top your money store. And balance the money store. Make it actually worth it. One epic for $15 is definitely not worth my time or money. My name is Bones. On the game, I'm Angela and Natasha on server 4. Until they do the server merge, then I'm going to be stuck with all the whales on server 1. Have a good day. Thank you for watching.